happens when a relationship loses its spark? Or what are we supposed to do to remedy the situation when it loses the spark? Now, yesterday we talked about cheating in a relationship and how sometimes it's not the fault of the person who's cheated or entirely the fault, as in there are a lot of people to blame in the situation. And today we're talking about a relationship losing spark, and I'm just concerned about what's happening in our producer's life. I don't know if this is like real time, because I know if I was running a TV station, I would need the hosts to do my bidding. So if this is for the producer and your relationship is losing your spark, number one is prioritize quality time. I know the job is demanding. You're always here catering to our needs, but you need to cater for somebody else, okay? And quality time, I feel as you grow older and you have more responsibilities, it's a bit difficult for you to get back to, just the two of you. And I'll give you an example. Boy meets girl and it's perfect, like you guys are always with each other, you guys are so in love, your job is flourishing, everything is thriving, you're headed towards the same direction, you're living together, as in, you're spending a lot of time together. And then cue in, you'll have a baby together. That time is significantly reduced because I still have to do my job, I still have to cater the bills. Like reality has now set in. These are real-time things going on. The kid also needs like 100% attention. On top of that, like sometimes like things fall off sometimes. And as you grow older, even at your job, you're getting more responsibilities, you're getting promotions. So the time that you should be spending with your partner is, and as you grow older, you're like, I need to lock in, I need to be retired by the time I'm 50. I can't be over here 65 doing a 9 to 5. That makes no sense for me. So I'm locked in, I have to work on my career. So there's very little time that is left for you to enjoy with your partner. So if that's the situation, and it's the situation with a lot of us, prioritize quality time, schedule it in. Say 1 day out of the week I will spend with my partner. Or there's a neighbor of mine who used to do this where every day he would pick his wife from work. They do have like multiple cars, but he would pick his wife from work, come home with her, and then they would go to their bedroom. They'll say hi to their kids, go to the bedroom, and they were not to be disturbed until dinner time. And it was so crazy. You'd even like, oh, is your mom and dad around? Yes, they're around, but you'll have to come back in like 2 hours. They were so specific about their time together, even the kids would not interfere. It used to look crazy then, but right now I'm like, yeah, don't disturb me until it's time for dinner.
I love it. That's really good. And I feel like producer and Chris Brown, they're going through the same thing. Because like delusional, that says in the residuals, who's getting all my love? Chris Brown is asking himself, why did we fall in love? Why?
What was the reason?
You have to go back to remember why you fell for this person to begin with. And oftentimes it's as simple as looking at old pictures. I like to do that sometimes. It's just like you're going all the way back. Back at the top. Unaanza kukumbuka how the relationship started. Oh, I remember this date, you were doing KKKK, you did it KKKK, as you're going down. By the time you get to 2025, I promise you, you have remembered all of the things. And I'm talking about things as simple as even going through your old messages. Sometimes when you do baka message number 1. Uone venye alikukatia, venye uliingia box, uko kwa nini ulikuwa na hihihihihi. Like go through old messages. I feel like that is like a better reminder because you were there. As opposed to like thinking about this figment of like, oh my God, I'm trying to remember. No, they're actual receipts, babes. They're receipts. Go through message. Actually, ni baka message number 1. Nakwambia, hey beautiful. Nakwambia, hey baby, hi. Can you go for coffee? Nakwambia, I don't drink coffee. Me, I'm more a tea girl. Unajua venye ulikuwa unajaribu kuzaka,
Maringos.
A tea coffee. Wapi? Java. I don't do Java. I only do Casablanca or wherever it is you said you go, Starbucks, just have that. You go back, you will start to remember everything. All the conversations you've had over time, you will fully remember, and that will put you in a space where you're like, you know what, I actually do like this person. Like, I understand why I like them. Jokes down dry. Hey, some corny jokes over there. Some jokes are so corny. You're like, ew, cringe.
Do you say this to other people?
Hand that especially because I have ew, did you say this to someone else? Now ignore those two sounds of Kai, labda alikuwa anakatia watu wengine hivi hivi. Guy, ignore those and just focus on how special. The first time he sent you flowers. I remember being my first flowers being sent to my office, and I've had this conversation with you. It's like, I'm like, oh my god, where did these flowers come from? They had the note just had the letter of his name. I'm having a chat with him. I'm like, somebody sent me flowers to my work. He's like, oh, someone sent you flowers? Oh, that's so fancy. So we're like trying to figure out who sent me flowers, only for us Gioni. I'm like, wait a minute. Did you send me flowers? And I just crack up. He's like, yeah, I was just waiting to see how many people are in your life.
How many boyfriends you have?
People in your life which have the same letter as my letter. It was very entertaining. Anyway, long story short, those memories, they really just flood in, and you have such a surge of euphoria, and you remember when you fell in love with this person.
And also doing things together as a couple.
Oh, girl,
and this is something a lot of people kind of, like dismiss. Oh, we don't need to be in each other's face like that. You need to be. And it kind of ties in with spending time together. Find an activity that both of you enjoy, because we've said it before, you as a complete person with your hopes, dreams, aspirations, hobbies, them as a complete person, and then you find something that the two of you do together, something you have in common. And you have to have something in common, please. It can't just be twatwing in the bathroom, bedroom, whatever. I don't judge. Okay, I just listen. All I'm saying is you have to have something in common, as in you have to have something you both like, something that interests the both of you in the same way, whether it's watching boring documentaries or watching fake movies or hating on people or gossiping. Gossiping as an activity is very underrated, and I don't know why, but let me tell you, the chemistry. You have great chemistry when you can gossip properly. They even bring up receipts, like investigating journalism. Candace Owens. If that's the level of activity you guys partake in each other, I'm telling you, because this is mine, you're on the right path. It's very nice. Yeah, some people go hiking, but us, we gossip.
Yeah, us guys are always at the park. Bundu bashing. Manyoni. I can never forget. I stopped telling you people were at the park because one person with their whole voice, except, hey, umenda kuna nyonde. I'm like, wow. I post a warthog. He say, aya, kasongo, whatever. I'm like, wow, guys. Mnanikachisha mastrays na sipendele your story. Anyway, physical touch is another very important one, and this is very, very particular to your person. Okay. First, let's not forget, not everyone likes physical touch. Some people like very particular people touching them physically. All right. Also, there are forms of it. There's easing into it. I may not like you holding my hand 24/7, but I would like if you peck me on the way out and on the way in. Okay. Like, physical touch is different for different people. The levels of it varies again. So know your person, know what kind of physical touch is important to them, what they like. Don't be over there, they're cooking, you are humping them in the behind. It's weird, Don't be over there trying to grab someone's bunda, right? Because you saw on the internet and you thought it was funny. Some people don't like that. So be mindful of the kind of physical touch that your partner is receptive to, when they are receptive to your physical touch, and then comply and apply accordingly.
And last but not least, communication. And it has to be effective, it has to be open, it has to be a judgment-free zone. And these are things you can only do with somebody you're really into, somebody you really love and like, and they love you back, and it's reciprocal. Communicate. And I'm just saying, just not for the sake of communicating. Communicate effectively. That means when they're saying something, you're actually listening to understand and to see from their perspective, not just listening so that you can have a comeback or so that you can tear yourself or so that you can, say something. Like effectively actively listening to what they're saying and them doing the same for you. And that was our show. I hope our producer gets better. Oh, 2 weeks to Valentine's. We are doing this kind of topics. Oh, 2025 is very serious. It is. My name is Tury, and I'll see you next week.